Now that we're live.
No, now we're live.
Are we live now?
We're live now. Wait, no.
Are we?
Yes,
No?
we are. No.
No?
Yes, we are.
No? Now, are you sure?
That's what I said. It's the first minute trying to figure out if we're actually there or not.
Oh, we're here. I'm sorry. What's up, everybody? Welcome to A.M.O.K.
Welcome to the A.M.O.K Kansas show tonight.
A.M.O.K.
There you go. All right. Hey, and wait a minute. Forgive me. It's Kansas's turn.
It is Kansas's turn, but Ken and I are tag teaming again tonight since we did that with.
So tonight is tonight is another mosque night, M-O-S-K night. Boy, do we have a guest for you tonight? If we can,
sorry, I went 12.
could ever get started. Have we started over again?
No.
Yeah. And we're live.
And we're still live, right?
Yes, don't pay attention to your screens, just pay attention to me.
I'm looking
we
at
are live.
You, and it's like you got quiet. Okay. Anyway, welcome to A.M.O.K Kansas show tonight, and Mo is going to help. All right. Oh my goodness. Well, our guest tonight is from Kansas. Yes. And she owns a villa that dates back to 1889.
Nice.
Many folks claim that she built the house, and others claim that she was the first person born there in the house back in 1889. However, I think I know, and she's been around a lot longer than that. However, I found out recently that she's actually the sister of Dorian Gray, and
nice.
But she only looks about 30-ish. So anyway, I'd like to introduce to our billions of fans out there, billions watching right now and thinking that we're totally crazy, which we are.
Yeah, we are.
I would like to introduce Stephanie Oreilly from the McInteer Villa. Welcome, Stephanie.
Welcome, Stephanie.
Oh my gosh. And perfect timing. Then my dog climbs on me. Sorry. Hi.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, we're pet friendly around here. It's cool.
Oh, she's not. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw your Facebook post today. Yeah. You're friendly to her. She's not friendly to you. Yeah.
That's right. Yes.
Aww.
So.
Aww.
Okay, Stephanie. Well.
Lucy for a reason. Yep.
Lucifer.
Yep. Right.
I got to write that one down. I did not remember that.
Okay. No, we're not talking about Lucille Ball.
No, Lucifer.
Nope.
Got it.
Nope.
Okay, Stephanie, it's your show.
Yay! Go for it. No, I'm just kidding.
No, welcome to the show. And as you see, we do have a lot of fun. We are pretty crazy, and but we have fun. Have fun being crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Let's start at the very beginning. You know, good place to start, right? Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm a big nobody.
No.
Do you know the wizard?
Am I?
Oh, go ahead.
Well, my name is Stephanie. I own the McInteer Villa. I bought it with my dad January 2018, so a little over 5 years ago. Just for the purpose of, well, just because it was haunted. The only reason. Just so I could do, I mean, I don't know if, I know that one of you have been there, the rest have not. So I don't know where I was going with that. I swear my brain is like everywhere today. But that had no point to anything. Seriously, I don't even know why I just said that.
You're fitting right in with us.
Yes.
All right, well, this was fun.
Perfect.
See you guys next time. Okay.
Thanks for joining.
Great show.
See you later.
Call me Christopher, because I think that's, oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. All right, let me collect myself. Well,
Rewind play.
So I think you were trying to say why you and your dad bought the house.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I write notes.
I've gone to. You listen.
He does.
Well,
I'm special.
I've gone to other haunted places, and was always just joked, like if something were for sale, like a house for sale and it's haunted, I would love, I mean, that would just be the dream. I mean, like I'd be so good at it. Why I thought that, I don't know. Good at what? Well, opening my doors and letting people ghost hunt, I guess. But so that's really the only reason. I never really thought it would happen. I kind of just joked with my mom and asked if she wanted to co-sign on a haunted house. And she said, I don't know. I can try. And then she called me. We hung up, and then she called me back like 5 minutes later. And she had called my dad. My parents were divorced. And she called my dad, and she called me back like 5 minutes later and said, your dad will do it. And I'm like, what?
Oh,
so now it's no longer a joke. It's how can I got to do this? I mean, the house is gorgeous.
Oh, beautiful.
It is. And it's a lot of fun. And so that was really the only reason. It's the only reason I bought the house. I'll never live there. People ask me that all the time, why I don't live there. Like, I would live here. I'm like, well, I'm not stupid. That sounds cruel, but every owner that has lived in that house has died in that house.
Oh, well, yeah.
Wow. I did not realize that. Okay.
Yeah, that might make a difference.
Yes. Yeah. And I was telling that story to I think it was Travel Kansas or Kansas Org or something like that. And I said the same thing, like every owner that's lived in this house has died in this house, and I'm not stupid. And then the cat ball started lighting up. I'm like, oh, well, maybe I am stupid. I don't really know. I don't. So maybe, yeah. But it all worked out. I've had it 5 years. It's a lot of fun. It's a pain in my butt sometimes, but I just love it. I love the house.
Did you have to do much renovation when you first took over, or any changes?
Had the walls painted, brought in all the furniture, the chandeliers. I mean, like everything you see in the house, has been brought in. Ripped up the carpet. It was all shag carpet when I bought it. But the previous owners, I know most people, and you guys didn't say it. Most people go, oh, shag carpet. But that was very nice of you guys. No one said anything. But I'm glad that they had the carpet down, because when I pulled the carpet up, and when I say I pulled the carpet up, I didn't pull the carpet up. But when the carpet was pulled up, it's in really good condition for 134 years old.
Wow.
The downstairs has not been finished. It's just been vacuumed. Hasn't even been sanded. And some of the rooms they're gorgeous. The upstairs has been finished, but it was all covered in shag carpeting. Actually, I tell people they can get on Zillow and type in the address, 1301 Kansas Avenue, and they can see what it looked like when I bought it. Basically 70s. So just painting the walls and bringing in Victorian antique furniture I'll look at a room that's on Zillow and go, what room is that? Because it looks completely different just doing that. But constructually, they haven't done anything to the house, just decorative, I guess.
Okay, excellent.
Yep.
So you were talking about your mom and then your dad, and your mom, I'm guessing she's not into the paranormal, or just not into spending money.
She's into spending money, yes.
That was a bad joke. Sorry. I'm already preparing. Well, I'm already preparing for the hex.
Oh,
that's right. My dad just co-signed, and then I want to say ex-husband, I guess. He is, maybe this is why, because he did help with the bringing in all the furniture. He used to own a pawn and jewelry store. So he had lots of like the little, like some antiques, of course, not furniture and stuff. But it's so funny. Okay. So last year, this lady came up to me and she goes, I heard that the previous owners before you spent $1 million renovating this house. I'm like, oh my God, that's crazy. I'm like, I get it, I guess, because when the Girardis bought the house in 1969, the lady who lived there by herself, she'd kind of let it go. And I'm sure, and they made a second kitchen upstairs. I mean, they just did a bunch of stuff. And so it made sense. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. And then she said, yeah, they made it look like this. And then lucky you bought it looking like this. I'm like, oh no. I'm the owner that did not spend $1 million.
Okay.
No. So people, it's funny how rumors get started, but no.
It is.
Well,
Isn't it?
well, that's how I started this whole thing with rumors about you being born in the house and building the house. So
I know.
those
I
are
was
all
like,
rumors.
is this a trick question? Like, first I thought, oh, he's talking about me. I was like, wait a minute. No, that's not, is it? No.
Oh, you're sister of Dorian Gray. There you go. So your mom's really not into paranormal. Is your dad?
My dad was. Yep.
Okay.
Now yep. He was only at the Villa once. He passed away 3 years ago. Actually, last Friday was the 3rd year anniversary of his death. And so he was only there once. And that was on the very first Christmas that we, so I bought it January 2018. He came December 2018. Then he died April 14th, 2020. And so, yeah, he was only there once. But a lot of people, well, I was actually talking about you today to my sister-in-law when you were sitting at the dining room table.
I was about ready to ask you about that. Yeah.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
I have not. It was so funny because I'm just like looking at you. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not listening to anything you're saying. All I see is my dad. Like just the way you were sitting and just the tone of your voice and just the thing, like just even the words you were saying. I was like, Dad, that's all I could think of. So I wasn't really even listening to you. I just like you sitting at the dining room table and your hands crossed, and that's how my dad sat.
I was looking at that book. I was looking at the Limp book.
Yes,
by Rebecca, and talking about that picture that you took about 10 years ago or whatever. And my friends took a similar picture on a different floor, and they look identical.
Yes.
Yeah, that was amazing. So, and I do remember telling you when you said, hold on a minute, I can't concentrate. When I was sitting at the table and I said, is it because of the guy standing behind me?
That's right. There was somebody talking. We could hear him.
Yeah, there was nobody there, but I knew there was a person standing behind me, a man standing behind me. And you said, oh my God, it's my dad. And he's sitting in the same spot that you are. He's kind of superimposed over me, which was an amazing feeling and an amazing experience, I think, for you.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So I was really glad I was there when that happened for you.
Yes, that was awesome. Yep.
So, my goodness.
I got through that and not one tear.
I'm trying not to.
You did great. You did great.
Oh, you are wow. 3 years. Yeah. That's not very long to.
It's not. And I actually have his ashes at the villa in the primary bedroom, master bedroom, and it's actually I have two. Like one is the bigger urn, and we were waiting for his dog to pass away so they could be buried together. Aww. And then I have a little keepsake one. So I have two, but it's good that he's there. I'm making zero sense, but I'll walk past on my tour because when people book an overnight, I will of course give them a tour, and I never want to exclude him from my tour. And so I will, this sounds so ridiculous, but I tap on the glass and I go, Dad, stir stuff up. And people look at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, 100% I am crazy. But I'm like, it keeps me from crying. 2, it's a business. So Dad, stir stuff up. And 3, he would find that funny.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And that way I don't exclude him. And maybe I don't know how it works. Until I'm dead, I'm not going to know how the ghost stuff works. But I don't know if he's there or not. But if he is, at least, maybe he has been, I don't know, maybe he helps out. I don't know.
If he is, he's getting a kick out of it, I'm sure.
Oh, he probably is. Yeah.
Yeah, he is there, and he's enjoying every bit of it. And because I think we asked him through the spirit box too. And so it's
and the pendulum. Yep.
Yeah.
And
that's right. And the pendulum.
And the pendulum. Yep.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
And the pendulum. Yep.
Yeah.
And
that's right. It was an absolutely amazing night. And the cats. Oh my God. The cats were amazing. Stephanie is giving us the history where it's warm in the outside, so she had the air conditioning on, but to maintain some of the room's coldness, she would close the sliding doors. And we're all in the dining room, and she's giving us the history, the first part of the talk. And as we're getting ready to leave that room, all of a sudden we all hear it, and we all turned, me to my right, back towards the sliding door, and we could hear a cat meowing. And we're like, cat's in here? And your answer was, no, not for a long time.
Right. And it's fun because unless you've been there, it's hard to imagine. But the walls they're thick. They're like, well, I'm not good with measuring, but they're thick walls. You can't hear outside. And so there are cats that, in the backyard every once in a while, they'll walk through the drive-through. There's
a drive-through back there.
Oh man, I want some fries right now.
We drove through. We went from the front to the
drive-through.
I think there is a drive-through.
Yes, and so
takes you back to the alley.
Some people think yes, it does. That's true. So some people think, oh, it's just a cat outside. I'm like, okay, well, we can, I can get on the camera outside and we can listen. Sometimes, if I've never had a cat, so I don't know how loud they get, but there was one time it was so loud, and this girl goes, oh, those cats are outside. And I said, nope, those are ghost cats. And so I got on the camera outside to prove that I was correct. Well, I was wrong. They were very, very loud, but they were outside fighting or something. But after I was like, oh, you're right, they're actually outside. But then you hear a voice go, cat, 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 cat.
Yeah.
Which
nice.
I'm like, seems kind of silly. I'm like, cat, cat, cat. But I don't know, maybe that's what Goldie was a cat lady. So there are, I think, quite a few cats. And you said you're allergic to cats, right?
I'm kind of allergic to cats.
Oh no.
Depending on how close they are and how long I'm with them, I'll start sneezing. Anyway, after we left that room, we're walking around and you're telling us the stories in each of the rooms on the first floor. And the cat kept following me. I was the last one, and it kept meowing. And then we got into that, I call it the front room by the piano.
The piano, yeah, I just call that piano room. Yep.
Okay, I call it the piano room, and there's a couch that's like right by the sliding door. But there's a fireplace right to the right of where I'm standing, and it's got a metal grate on it, and I could hear the cat claws scraping on it. But it did not go upstairs though.
Oh wow.
Oh.
And when I slept in that room that night, not even thinking about it, but I dreamt about these stupid cats all night.
Oh,
all freaking night. And when I woke up the next morning, my hand was hanging over the edge of the couch, and I felt like my hand was like petting a cat. I'm like, there's no cats here. What are we doing? And I get up and I start sneezing, and I'm like, what the devil? Am I allergic to ghost cats?
Ghost cats.
I don't know.
Well,
that was a crazy night. So
I wonder if you're allergic to hairless ghost cats.
I don't know. I shouldn't be, because they're non-allergenic. Is that the proper word?
Do we know anybody with a hairless cat?
I know a couple people.
You should go check.
Yeah, I was fine with hers, but that was a weird cat though. But they're Egyptian cats, I think. So it's really
I think they're adorable.
They are.
They are so ugly. They're cute.
Yes.
Yes.
So is the mansion named after someone? The McInteer or what? Or
John
is it
McInteer.
just?
Yeah, the house was built. Yep, for John McInteer. And somebody asked me not too long ago why I called it a villa. I'm like, well, I didn't call it a villa. It's actually etched, or I don't say etched. I don't know if that's the correct word, but on the back side of the house, which is actually the side of the house. I don't know. It's bizarre, but
they're on a corner.
Carved in, or is it carved? I don't know, into the concrete, etched,
engraved.
Into the brick concrete McInteer Villa. So that would have been John McInteer's doing, I believe.
Yeah, he didn't know how to spell vanilla, so came Villa. Anyway, okay. These are some bad jokes. Sorry, I've been on a roll since tax season's almost over. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh. So why do you think it's haunted?
That's what I was going to ask. Because
I'm sorry, I read your mind.
No, this is your show, but I'm sitting here. I've heard the name of the place, and I'm probably through you, Ken.
I wouldn't say that.
But yeah, what? I mean, and you obviously knew it because you bought the place because it was haunted. So tell us why is it haunted, or why do you think it's haunted, or what's the whole story behind the place?
Well, thank goodness. Well, I wouldn't buy a house hoping it's haunted. So at least it had a history of being haunted. It was on the and it still is on the haunted trolley. Is it haunted trolley ride in Atchison? And Atchison is known as the most haunted town in Kansas. So they have a haunted trolley tour.
Okay, yeah.
Mostly in September, October, November. So they use the house as the a backdrop on the billboards as their advertising. The previous owners didn't do like paranormal events.
Yeah.
So they lived there. It was their house from 1969 until one died in 2006 and one in 2014. And then their 4 kids inherited the house. They had a few events. And so I actually attended one of their events. That's the only way I could get into the house to even look at it, because I wasn't in the market to buy anything. And so they wouldn't let you in unless you had a pre-approval letter. And I didn't have that because I didn't think I was buying a house. So, which I thought was weird at the time. But now that I own the house, I get it, because people just want to come in it. And it's just an amazing house. So, so why is it haunted? Well, we've had 9 documented deaths. One was a suicide. It was a boarding house for 27 years. But with that being said, there are names and voices people capture that I don't know who they are. Like just today, somebody sent me a clip of a little kid saying, hello. And they sounded really scared. And I don't know who this kid would be. Some people say there's a portal. I don't know anything about portals. I just think Star Trek stuff. Like I don't know. I don't know what's going. I don't know what's happening. But
wormhole.
But there have been, we've had babies crying. We've had, but okay. So I've read articles that Mrs. Girardi, she's the one that bought the house with her husband in 1969. She did an interview with the Kansas City Star. I want to say in 2012, and the stories that she was telling them, I have experienced, like the back door or the kitchen door where people come and go. She would hear Mr. Girardi coming home from work or coming home from fishing, and she'd go meet him at the door and he's not there. Same thing. It still happens. You think someone's at the door, you hear plain as day knocking. I don't know who it is. I mean, they experienced that so maybe I don't know who that would be. I honestly don't know how long it's been haunted. I don't know. My dad used to tell me to make friends with them, and he's like, make friends with the spirits. And I'm like, I don't make friends in real life yet. I can't do it. And so honestly, I have no idea who's all there. I've gotten names, and unless, like when it was a boarding house, unless Betty broke her arm at 1301 Kansas Avenue, I don't know who lived there. So like I've got a little girl saying her name was Emma. I have no idea who that is. Someone told me, and Isaac plays piano.
So since you've been in the house, what would you say would be your, like, if there's like one moment that really just stunned you, or has there been?
Oh yes. Oh my gosh.
We have your clips if you want to talk about any of those.
Oh yes, and those actually are the most recent. Those are just from a few weeks ago. Actually, from a week ago. So there's a bathroom. There are 3 restrooms that people can use. One of the bathrooms, I say the bathrooms are honestly, I think, the most active. It's crazy.
I like to go in the bathroom and flush the toilet.
Yeah,
they do. They flush the toilet. Yep, they flush the toilet. They turn the water on. They turn the sink on. I'm like, no, let's not do that. But so I had some friends come over because when I bought the house 5 years ago, YouTube says it's very easy to change, to take wallpaper off. It's not.
They lie.
It's not for me.
They
lie. Like 70-year-old wallpaper, it's not. And so I had some friends. So 5 years, it looks like it was under, construction, basically, this bathroom. So last weekend, not this past weekend, but the weekend before that, had some girlfriends come over, and we just spent the day like spray painting the tile and then putting it up in that bathroom. And so then we just we're like, let's investigate instead of doing bathroom tile. And we got all of this was just was that evening. So I don't know which clip. I mean, like we had guy saying okay. We asked him if he would talk to us.
Well, let me share with you guys as well as the
billions of audience,
billions of people watching us.
Hey, Grumpy, you watching us, Grumpy?
Oh, Grumpy from Scotland. That would be awesome. Oh no, Pibbles.
I don't see Grumpy in there.
I don't see him in there. That
we missed you, Grumpy.
You know, I closed it out and
no, it's all gone.
Don't jinx me. Y'all can.
What?
Okay. I sent Stephanie. I sent everything you sent me. Some of it didn't work, but it could have been my phone.
We got it to work.
Yeah,
some of it could have been my phone because I have an Android. I'm not sure if you have.
We got it to work.
Well, that's just dumb right there. So
well, it
right?
is.
I agree with that.
My heart.
Well, I appreciate it. You know, okay, you cannot hex me. I've got my blocker here. Okay, right here. I'm safe.
I'm gonna have a hard time here. Oh wait, no, there it is. There it is. I knew I was. There it is. I found it.
Yay.
Okay. The first one looks like a clip where somebody is standing and holding.
Oh, that's me standing. Is it Gray Sweatpants?
Yes.
That's me. Okay. That would be me. I think that's the scream.
Yes, it was the scream. And
the child scream.
Yeah. Like how I said that. Yeah. Okay. Give me just a second. Get it there. Come on. All right. Woohoo! I got it.
That's a cute shot, wasn't it?
Now it's up to I'm not sure if the audience can see it. No, they're not seeing it. Hang on just a second. Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm working on it.
No pressure.
No pressure. None. I'm just gonna do a screen capture. That way it's not messing up on me here. I say that, but I'm not getting. Oh my lord. I'm not kidding. Okay. Just okay, chit chat. Chit chat while I try to produce. Come on, Ken.
How did you get into paranormal?
Oh, I'm staring at my sweatpants.
No.
Okay.
It's a beautiful picture, but yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Well, hold that question. Okay. Until the sweatpants are gone.
All right.
It's a nice table, though.
It is a nice table.
And
okay.
Carpeting looks nice.
Y'all ready?
Here we go.
You were riding in a helicopter.
And y'all didn't hear that at all.
It screamed.
Oh,
no, I meant like while she was there. She didn't hear that at all.
Yeah, we did not hear it. No, we were
in
the kids' room and we were talking about it was something silly like not fire trucks, dump trucks, helicopters, and power plants. It was a weird conversation. And so I was about to so in the closet in the kids' room, there is this full-size mannequin. I was going to go into the closet because I heard something might be attached to him. So I was about to go in the closet and I hit record before I went in. So we were still talking about whatever the heck we were talking about. And something screams. I mean, but we didn't hear it. We did not hear it at all. We probably would have walked out of that room. But
definitely. At a fast pace.
Loud. Yeah. And I got on the outside camera, but I would think even if we heard it, I don't know how I'm saying, if I'm not saying this correctly, I'm probably not, but if it were something outside, we probably would have heard it with our ears.
Yeah, you would have.
Because it's so loud. Yeah. But most of my EVPs have not been picked up. I'm making zero sense. So someone just speak for it.
No.
No.
Not that that clear, because that sounded like a kid screaming.
Yes.
It sounded like a little girl screaming.
Yes,
it did.
It doesn't sound like a door. It doesn't sound like a footstep. It sounds like a scream.
And it doesn't sound like, to me, it doesn't sound like like, you know, when someone startles you or scares you and you might scream, it sounds
like a laughter scream.
Like hurt? Yeah.
Like I say that because my daughter, she's 9, but whenever she was little, she would do that. She'd squeal before she'd laugh.
And I thought it was more like they're in pain, but
well, it could be.
But you know what?
Or a tantrum.
Well, let's hear it again.
Okay.
You were riding in a helicopter.
Yeah.
It could have been a get out of my closet too.
Yeah, like get out of my closet. Who are you?
Today I received a lady sent me a clip from that same room that she got last Friday, and it's a little kid saying hello, and they sound terrified.
Oh,
it's kind of sad, and it's kind of like in a question form, like hello. And I just posted that a little bit ago. But we've also had a baby crying in that room.
Wow.
So we captured that. And I don't know what room was used for what. I just guess. Mr. McInteer and his first wife didn't have children, so there wasn't a nursery. There is an article saying that after Mr. McInteer died, his second wife's brother moved in, and they had lots of Conlon children. Her maiden name was Conlon, but they didn't have children. So I don't know who these kids are, but there's lots of kid voices. And
kind of weird.
Like
it could be residual too. Who knows?
Well, possibly, but a lot of them could be from the borders, the 27 years you said.
True. Or I also think on the second floor, there's a little sitting room off of the main staircase. And somebody captured a little girl saying, "Are you here to play with me right now?" And I'm like, "Nope, I am not." For some reason, I just don't think it's a little girl. I don't know why. Now, the rest of the kid voices and stuff that have been captured, I just feel like those are kids. But I don't know. For some reason, I just don't think it's a little girl.
Trust that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trust your instincts.
I don't trust anything. So
he's a skeptic of everything.
Especially on that side, I'm not a woo-woo person.
A woo-woo.
So I don't trust any of that stuff. But,
she laughs too.
I have a story.
I am a woo-woo person, and I wouldn't trust that. Yeah, definitely trust your instinct.
What's a woo-woo person? I need to know that.
I'm a woo-woo person also.
Yeah.
People who see things people like me don't.
See things, hear things. You got a bit of a psychic
I'm
thing.
Non-woo-woo.
Oh, I don't. Okay, so then I'm not either. No.
Yeah.
You know, there was actually a group of women at the villa, and they each had a different gift, and they were telling me about their gifts. And me being a brat, I didn't want to be left out, even though I don't know what the hell my problem is. So I'm like, I have a gift too. And they said, "Oh my God, what is it?" And I told them I could hear in the dark. And they didn't find me too funny, but that's okay.
That's hilarious.
I found it hilarious.
I love it. That's awesome. May I use that occasionally?
Yes, absolutely. If you can hear in the dark, then you can use that.
Oh my God. Holy cow. That's awesome. You had one clip in there that actually two that I found, or that maybe you sent or I found. One was when the air conditioning went on by itself, and then the other one was and that's like a window unit, I believe, and then the other one was a door opening.
Yes. Okay. So
we have. I don't know if we have those two.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm like in my own little world over here. I'm coming.
Come back, Shauna. Come back.
Sure.
Don't go into the light.
Don't go into the light.
Ignore the guy behind the curtains. Yes, we're talking Kansas, but it doesn't count.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this one is the one where you're leaning on the table. That one? Is that the one we're talking about?
Oh, that one is where we had just stopped doing the tile in the bathroom, and so we had asked if they would talk to us, they tell us their name, and a guy very clearly, I don't know if it's that clear on here, but it's super clear, just like, okay, like he would talk to us.
That's still good.
Oh,
I heard it. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just so clear what these, I want to say stupid recorders, even though I love them, from the 90s. And you just have to take your phone and put it on top of the speaker to record it that way. So it's not as clear, because there's no SD card to put in there. I can't hook it up to my iPad or laptop. So it's not as clear as it would be just listening straight from that
do you
recorder.
Does it have a headphone jack?
It's yes and no. It's I don't know anything about technology or even the lingo, but I guess there are two different sizes of the auxiliary cord. So there's so it's a really tiny one. So I found an adapter that has the tiny one on one side and then the regular size that they have now, and it still won't do it.
Boop.
So nope. So those Panasonic recorders that they stopped making,
those were dictaphones.
Yeah.
I think they were called. I think they were dictaphones that they used in offices.
Use them for dictation. Yep.
And but there was no way to, unless you record. If you record the recording.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Exactly. So.
Yeah, because I know you were using that at Where Pigs Fly when we went out there.
Yes.
And the only way I could get the recordings, because you did some stuff there, and I would just record them from yours.
Yes.
So, yes.
Yeah. I got crazy stuff there too.
Oh my God, we sure did. But we're talking about McInteer tonight. So.
Yeah.
So, did you can you find that one shot with the door where it opens?
I got it right here. All right, let me play it right there.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready. Oh. Well, come on in.
Yeah, right. Or go on out, one or the other.
And I'm there. I had just I got out of the shower and I went downstairs to get something. I don't know. I looked over. I'm like, why is that door open?
He should have said, "Hey, were you born in a barn?"
What are you doing?
Some people think that it's kind of funny because I don't think you could hear it there, but the music I play when I'm getting ready, probably not anything they would approve of. At all. I mean, my house hates Ludacris. I'll just say that. And so you couldn't really hear it there, but it was playing upstairs. That's how loud I play the music when I'm there. It was upstairs and down the hall on the other side of the house. But somebody had
maybe the ghost was leaving then. Maybe it didn't.
They probably were. They're like, I'm out of here. Yeah, there's no way they would want to come into. They're like, let me listen to that. No. But a few months ago, a group asked me to check the camera because the door opened up, and it was probably like 1 something in the morning. And so that the door that opened up, that door, it's not used very often because when people spend the night, I just have them come in and out of the kitchen door because it's just easier. It's close to the driveway. There's lights, it's just easier. So no one really uses that door, and it's always locked. So they asked me to check the camera, and I did. And sure enough, you can hear them talking, and they're upstairs, but you hear the click, click, and it opens up all the way. And so I posted it also. And when I posted that, a lot of people messaged me or texted me saying that happened when we were there. I was like,
huh.
I mean, it hasn't done it. I should knock on something. I don't know, but it hasn't done it. But when no one's there, thank goodness. It's only opened up when people have been there. Because then I'd have to drive out there, which is fine. But now the back door has opened up and unlocked on its own. It had
the kitchen one.
Problem.
The kitchen one, yes. Now I don't like that kitchen. The kitchen to me is super uncomfortable, and that back door has unlocked. It hasn't really opened up like
but it unlocked.
That front door, but it has unlocked. Yep, it's a Nest lock. So you just push a little button and all the numbers light up. And then, So quite a few people have told me that it has unlocked. And on my phone, it gives me a history of when it's locked and unlocked. And so I know one time my friend had just left and I locked the door because I was going to go shower. And then I get on the phone, I look over, the door's unlocked. I'm like, I just locked that. So I got on my phone just to make sure. I'm like, yep, you see me lock it. And then it's unlocked 2 minutes later.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's unlocked somebody's car door. They asked me to check the camera.
Car door?
Yes. And it's so crazy because they asked me to check the camera in the driveway. It was like 5 something in the morning. It was just 2 people at the house. They were both outside smoking. And sure enough, you see her car lights turn on. You hear it unlock. And her purse was in the kitchen and her keys were inside her purse. And they were the only 2 people there. And she was like freaking out because she was worried that it would unlock her car again. But now every time she comes back, she's like, here are my keys, unlock my door. But it hasn't done it since.
They were protecting her because probably they're like, hey, somebody's going to break into her car and get her purse. We need to get that purse and take it inside.
It's crazy. It's so crazy. Yeah, it is.
I'm like, hey, look, I'm security conscious, and would you please not unlock the doors?
Yes. Yes. But the AC unit, that one, I've never had that happen. Those units, they're the portable AC units, so they're not the window ones, but they do have the attachment, so they are still attached to the window, but they're inside the rooms. And I went upstairs to the 2nd floor, which I tell people is my least favorite place to be in that house. I don't like that 2nd floor if I'm by myself.
You say your least favorite?
Yeah. My least favorite. So if I'm investigating, it's my favorite. If I'm by myself, it's my least favorite place.
Wow.
So I went upstairs to get something in the library and I heard something kick on in the room across from me. So I just kind of peek in. I'm like, that has never happened. And then this past Friday, I was walking through the house giving a tour and a different AC unit just turned off, and they don't do that. Now I'm looking at my little picture at the bottom. I'm like, I'm zooming in and zooming out. Sorry. Obviously, I focus very.
You're doing fine.
Squirrel.
You're doing fine.
I'm like, sparkly. What? Oh my gosh. So that's new. The AC unit turning on. I kind of hope that doesn't continue because those things are expensive to run. Yeah. Yes, but it's kind of cool. The new things that happen. I mean, like I said, I've had it 5 years and still there's nothing I get used to. People will ask, don't you get used to the footsteps? No. You get used to the voices? Heck no.
Oh.
Nope.
Wow.
No.
So it's like something new every time.
Yes. Yep. And that's very interactive. I mean, it's hard to explain, but like there are cameras everywhere, and I tell people, I can check them. If I remember to. Oh my gosh.
Why did you look at me when you said that?
I know. I know. I'm the worst. But there was I was there with a friend and she heard like 3 little taps. Well, I didn't hear them. And most people wouldn't ask me to check the camera for the taps, but I'm there. I know to ask me to check the camera. So I did. Then she tried to mimic them. I played the camera back, my security camera back, and she goes, yep, that's it. That's it. She tried to mimic it. And then something very clearly said, that's not it. And
nice.
It was crazy. Another time I was taking a picture with this 7-year-old and her mom thought she captured something in the mirror, but it wasn't that clear. So I didn't post it because people aren't the nicest sometimes online. So I got on the security camera to see if something else might've happened, moved or noise or something. And I paused because I was telling a story of an EVP I captured. And when I paused, something goes, what did it say? And it's only because I checked the camera for a specific reason. We did not hear it with our ears.
None of your business. I'm leaving.
Yeah, the
Close
creepiest
the door.
though.
Close the door.
Yeah,
The creepiest was when I was going to bed and I put the recorder on the mantle in the dining room and something said, she's going to bed. And another voice said, I know. And I'm like, yeah, I don't like that.
Oh no.
That
is
you
very intelligent.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
That's when
that makes it uncomfortable.
You guys don't watch me while I'm asleep, please.
I know.
Weird.
There's a marionette doll.
While you pee.
You know what's funny is I tell people, they're like, do you watch the cameras? And honestly, I don't. But there are sometimes I'm just being a smart butt. And I'm like, I only watch them when you're sleeping. And they're like,
yes. Hey, we all have our hobbies.
By interactive, that's what I mean. It's just, you never know. They could just be talking, unless I'm listening to the cameras the whole time, which I don't. I mean, I don't have a life, but I don't do that. Unless I remember when somebody asks me to check them. It's really cool. And it's also a little creepy knowing that that's how they're just right there. Right there. No, there's a marionette doll in the kids' room with human hair. She's like 100 and some years old.
Oh, yeah.
And I had asked, are you happy we're in here? And we did not hear this, but it's on my Instagram and Facebook. But the response was, no, I'm not. Stupid, dumb, B word. And then this evil kind of laugh. But it's so loud and so clear that, first of all, that's hilarious. Someone asked if that's the first time I've been called that. I'm like, have you met me? No. They're probably calling me that every time I go there.
Well, that was interesting. I just had something get pushed off the top of my filing cabinet.
Oh.
Okay.
Coming through the phone.
Yeah.
And it's not something that can just be blown over by wind. So that was pretty cool. Darn it, why can't you do it back there?
Yeah.
Well, didn't you say your place is haunted too? Didn't you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does it happen in like other places? I think I've asked other location owners that, do things seem to happen more when it's off camera or when the cameras are facing a different room and they're like,
when it's off cameras, it's like they know.
Yes. I tell people, I go, they're a lot smarter than we give them credit for. They really
are.
I tell people the best way to get rid of ghosts is just put a camera out and then just go away.
Right.
You know, yes. And I have so many cameras inside the house. Well, I don't live there, but I'm a little over an hour away. So I think some people, no one's ever complained about them, but I wonder if I just turned them off. Like,
if you'd get more activity.
Yeah.
That might be a test run that A.M.O.K can help you with.
Yeah, we're planning on coming out there sometime soon.
Yes. Oh my gosh. You know, it's so crazy to me that I'm still the new person, I think, in the paranormal world. And I'm already booked until 2024 on my Fridays and Saturdays. It's like this is real. I mean, it's so crazy. Yes. It is. And I tell people, like, I think it's haunted. You should spread the word.
Yeah, well, all of our billions of people will now know it. So
yay!
Yeah.
You're getting calls from overseas.
There are a few overseas people watching, so that's why we were talking about Grumpy before. So
yeah, because he usually watches. He'll come in and watch.
He's from Scotland.
You say Grumpy?
Grumpy Poo. That's his name on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And he's from Scotland, and he'll come in. He'll pop in every now and then and say hello and watch.
I don't think that's his real name.
No.
I think so.
D.
Darn. Is he really grumpy though? Is he really grumpy?
He's a sweetheart. I do have a comment on the Twitch side though, saying, does she realize she looks like Pink?
Yes, I hear that. Yeah, I hear that all the time. I do. Yeah. Yep. That's so funny. Yeah. And I take that as a compliment.
It is. She's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful.
I sing just like her too. No.
Not even. No. We're gonna have to have some karaoke.
Only in the shower, right?
Not even. Yeah, the worst voice ever is right here. Yeah. Yeah.
Do some karaoke lip singing. There we go.
That's why the house sometimes doesn't like me, I think, because I do sing every time I'm there. Because I'd rather hear my annoying, horrible voice than other things if I'm by myself. If I'm by myself, I'm not very brave. If I'm with other people, one other person, I'm the bravest person you're ever going to come across when it comes to ghost hunting.
Right.
But just, I mean, as long as one person's in the house, I will go anywhere. And I mean, you could be in the attic. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go to the basement by myself.
I think that's the adrenaline junkie in me.
She loves the attic, especially walking around in the dark with a camera.
I won't do like high levels or that parkour stuff, but you get me in a haunted place and I'll be happy to go in by myself. That's just my adrenaline junkiness, I guess.
I've never been afraid.
This is why I'm sitting still during this podcast, because the last live one, I fell in a hole in the attic. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Because it's me.
You fell in a hole.
Oh, I fell in a hole.
Like Tom Hanks.
That's my armpit.
Oh,
ow. I didn't realize how deep it was. And so it was pitch black. And I was, walking around with my iPad, and I get up to the attic and I said, see how dark it is? And so the lady asked if my cameras had night vision. And I go, they sure do. And then you see me, then you don't.
Oh.
And
that was me on my birthday 5 years ago.
Oh my gosh. And it went all the way up to my armpit, which is crazy.
Oh.
She was so proud of it. She posted it on her Facebook page.
I did. It's so funny.
I'm like, oh my God, she's gone.
Yeah, like she's gone.
All you could hear is her laughing.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. It was funny, and of course, somebody made the comment, it wouldn't be Stephanie if she didn't do something like that. I'm like, not wrong. So I'm still.
My wife did something similar to that in an investigation at a local place here, no longer here, burned down to the ground. But there was 4 of us, and we would walk and come across, tell people, be careful, and walk through. And I turned around, my wife was there. Then I looked the other direction, I turned back around, my wife wasn't. And I looked down and she's halfway through the floor. I mean, she went leg went right through the flooring and all the way into where you split. And so yeah, that was a bad deal.
That's exactly what happened. One leg was not in the hole, the other one was up, still up. Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah. And the thing is, there's something that covers the hole, and you would think 5 years I would know that it's there. No.
Why leave it uncovered just for?
Was your wife okay? Was she okay?
Put a fall through the hole jar somewhere, so put a quarter in there every time you fall through the hole.
Yeah. Was Tina okay?
Yeah. She almost had a real world medical thing. She missed a nail by like maybe an inch.
Oh,
so it would have been really bad. But yeah. But,
wow.
Oh my goodness.
But that place is no longer here. It burned to the ground, like I said. So
that's because of the hole. But anyway, so the villa is huge. I mean, the inside is huge. There's a full attic, which is what we were just talking about. Mm-hmm. There's a full 3rd floor with, is it 5 or 6 rooms? On that second floor.
The second floor, there. Oh gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms, 2 bathrooms. That's where the second kitchen is, or the break room, and a huge hallway. That's that's the creepiest. My favorite.
And it's a dark hallway too. Even during the day, it's dark. I love that. I love that area. Yeah. Then you've got the main floor, and there's 5 or 6 rooms there.
1, 2. Let's see. Well, one was locked off, and I need to open it up. Then we have the piano room, the main room, dining room, office, Goldie's room, kitchen, another kitchen. So 7 rooms, and then the servants' stairwell, whole back area.
In the back area, right? That's behind where the bathroom is you were working on.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, back behind there. Yeah. And then even a full basement, and the basement is creepy by itself. And
they're creepy.
Dark.
7 rooms and 7 rooms.
But it's about 8-foot ceilings, isn't it? At least.
At least, yeah.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
the original brick floor, dirt floors in some of the rooms. Why there are 7 rooms, I have no idea. But it's so dark you can't even, and it's even me trying to explain it, it doesn't explain it well enough. You cannot see your hand in front of your face, and it's darker than dark. Yeah. The only way I can explain.
That one area, I think it's kind of that back area. You got to go through one and then go through another room to get to it. It's almost, I think it's got a stone wall. It's almost like a cave.
Yes.
It kind of reminds you of a cave. And it's dark in there. It's really dark.
Yeah, it is. And you know how I describe it to people? Because I always start with my tours, on the main floor, then the second floor, then the attic, and then we come down the service stairs all the way down to the basement. And I'm like, how the attic is the same length as the house. It's huge.
It's
and I'm
one
like,
big room.
not open. I'm like, then we go down to the basement where it looks like you're going to get murdered. And I'm like, I probably shouldn't word it like that. But it looks like Silence of the Lambs. You're going to get murdered. And then I'm like, let's go to the basement.
Yeah.
And no one's been murdered at all down there. So
is it like a dirt floor, or is it
some of them are dirt, some of them are the original brick.
Yeah.
And then one of the rooms has concrete with the drain. And I think Mr. Girardi did that in the 70s. I don't know why. But the other 6 rooms are
have like root cellars and stuff like that. So, and those got to be down low, thick walls, usually dirt.
Very thick walls. So, like I said, some of them are dirt floors, some of them are the brick, and then there's a that's where they also had the coal chute. So you can see where the fireplace is, where they put the coal. Yep. We've also heard babies crying with our ears down there. I've been told,
down in the basement.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's kind of freaky.
Yes, kids saying "Don't leave me." Angry men and women. I want to say one lady captured a woman crying in one of the rooms, actually in the piano room, but right below the piano room, that's in one of the rooms in the basement that I find the most uncomfortable in the basement. Right above us is the piano room, but I heard a lady moaning, and I tell people, like, it's not a good moan. It's like she's in pain moan.
Wow.
But when I played the recording back, it sounded just like, I'm not going to mimic it because I will just sound stupid. But, it sounds like somebody sobbing.
You're not going to sing for us. You can at least moan for us.
Adrian.
Oh my gosh. This is a family station.
This is a family show, Adrian.
Let's just imagine sobbing, moaning, crying, and I've always described it as a woman moaning, and I always have to say, not a good moan. And when they told me they heard a woman crying, and I played it back, I'm like, that's the moaning. But so I don't know what took place in the basement.
So why is there so much sadness in this house?
I was gonna be a smart button to go because me. So much. There's a lot of sadness.
Well, that's what it sounds. A lot of this, you're saying children crying and don't go.
Oh, I see. Okay,
and moaning and stuff like not the good moan.
Yes, not the good moan. No, we also have a creepy laugh, and that's captured on all 4 floors. We never heard it with our ears. It's only when someone's asked me to check a camera, and it's kind of like a condescending, like a. I'll try and mimic it. It's like, it's just like and it's and that didn't even do it justice. Like, I don't even know why I did that, but we've heard kids laughing, and they seem kind of happy. But I've been told, like I said, my only gift is I can hear in the dark. But I've been told possibly illegal medical procedures on women, illegal adoptions, illegal liquor sales, but there's no documentation. I make sure to tell people that.
Well, and the sadness.
Yes. And so when I was on the second floor, I did hear with my ears a girl say, "Where's my baby?" And so when we got when the lady sent me the EVP today of a kid saying hello, and it's always in a question form. We've gotten quite a bit of mom. We've gotten one dad. It's always like in a question. And it's kind of, those I do feel are children. I just don't. That one little girl that said, "Are you here to play with me right now?" No.
Oh, yeah.
No, but the others, it's kind of sad. But if they weren't there, I wouldn't have a business. So, okay.
Well, no, that's true.
It's true. It is true.
I also think they come and go as they please for some reason. Because, I don't know how it works.
And there's
I'm only on the inside.
Well, you know what it could be also. Some spirits, I call them nomads. So there could have been something across the street or around the corner that could have, some of these spirits may have been, but there's so much activity at your place, and they know that people are, a lot of people would be able to experience them, or they can interact with them. They'll just wander on over and visit for a while. So it could be that too.
It could also have been, hey, I need a place to do this. Can I borrow your basement? Or
oh no,
that
absolutely.
kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. There's quite a few people lately that have told me that something has followed them home from the villa. I'm like, well, first of all, bring them back, because
you should charge them.
I've never been that person.
They wanted to talk to him.
You can't come with me when I leave. I've never been that person. There's one sweet girl. She always says, I'm leaving as lonely as I came. But there was a time I went to a location that people don't investigate. It's just a private residence that no one's ever lived in. And we didn't know what was haunting it or whatever. But anyway, I had to go back to the villa. So we were asking just one more question. And my friend asked, where did you come from? And very clearly it said, I came from the villa. I'm like, get out of there. People paid to hang out with you tonight. But it's kind of funny because people will say something's followed them home, or a lot of people have also said how I'm not obsessed with anything, but there was something about that house. I just would get in my car and drive hour and 10 minutes just to see it, or I kept looking it up, and people will call me up and they're like, after being at the house, they're like, I just feel like I need to come back.
They're calling you.
Yeah. It's like New Orleans. Every time I go down there, I feel like it's calling me.
Yeah, there was just something. Oh, I've never been there. I want to go.
It's beautiful.
I felt that way about the Lemp Mansion, and then because I've been 9 times, I was just obsessed with it. So I would say obsessed, but there was something about the villa that I'm just like, there was just, I don't know what it was, something about that place. And I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Understandable.
I got you beat on the Lemp.
No.
That's my backyard, and I've been over there hundreds of times. So in the past 10 years or so.
I haven't been in years. I need to go back. But.
Well, now I'm interested in going to the McInteer Villa.
Right?
Yes,
me too.
Yes. So it really is a lot of fun, and there have been a lot of people. Not a lot of people. I've not been on like TV. People on like their YouTube channels and stuff. Oh my gosh.
TV. In that TV now.
And somebody, yes, it's true. I was telling someone, or they're talking about their followers and stuff. I'm like, oh, I have a YouTube channel. I don't have a lot of followers. And I was like, wait a minute. I have a subscription. I don't have a channel. There's a difference at all. Yeah. I'm like, no, I don't have a channel. But it's like Shane Pittman was there, he had just finished 28 Days Haunted, or it just finished playing on Netflix. And so he was doing a tour, and somebody asked him, is this normal activity? Because it was active. And he goes, no, this is great. He goes, this is a lot. One evening, most TV, I don't say TV places, but TV shows, they're there for 5, 6, 7 days, and then they combine it all into the hour show. Yeah. But here it was a lot in one evening. He's like, why haven't you been on TV yet? I'm like, why are you still sitting there not making a phone call? No. No. But but everybody that's heard about the villa, it's been word of mouth, which is so nice. I mean, so nice. I'm assuming it's not the crazy owner. I'm assuming it's the ghost and not this crazy.
You get a lot of repeats too. A lot of repeat. I mean, I'm planning on coming back. Karen. I don't know if Karen's watching tonight, but I know we're all talking about coming back.
Better be.
She is.
Well, I saw your post this morning.
Lady. I love
her. So we're talking about coming back again soon, and I know A.M.O.K is talking about going back. I do have a question though.
Yeah.
Have you found any other documented usage of the house in the past, other than people living there, just a normal home? Have you found anything in history or in the
Nope, other than the boarding house, and the owners never lived there. one I'll say article or classified in the paper called it an apartment, like J&S apartments or something. I really have not read anything that even said rooming house or boarding house. I just read, we rented a room, so I'm assuming that's a boarding house. I'm not sure, but other than that, no, it's just been private residence except for the 1925 to 1952 when it wasn't.
Okay. Karen said, Stephanie, you and I are still doing girls' night.
Yes, we are. If she would give me a date. Yes.
I told Karen earlier I have to wear a wig that weekend.
It was funny. Before I even met them, Karen had said, we'd like to ask you, come to dinner with us. And I think I was like, they're gonna regret this. Now, I'm not everyone's cup of tea. But they were so nice. They still want to hang out with me.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it is 8:07, and I hate to cut it short.
No, we can't cut it off yet. Sorry. But how do people contact you? I know they got to wait until... Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're good. Go ahead.
I thought you were going to end it here, but no. I know they got to wait until 2025, I guess. But how do they get in contact with you?
I do still have some weekdays available, so that's still good. But they can get on my website, which is 1889 McInteerVilla.com, or they can get on Instagram or Facebook, which is the 1889 McInteer Villa. They're both the same, I believe. And I'm trying to think. Like I just paused and then nothing. Some people can message me that way. They can email me. Actually, the calendar is on the website, and if it has a red dot, it's already booked. If they find a date they want, they just call me up and put a deposit down, and it holds the date for them. And I have some bookings already in 2024, which is crazy.
Wow.
So yes, and it's only $100 deposit to hold the date. At least it holds it for, and I'm very flexible with people. I know life happens, so at least it gets them on the calendar and they can reschedule if they need to.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Awesome, I just posted your Facebook link on our A.M.O.K page. Right on.
Adrian, why don't you get in there and go ahead and book us a spot?
Yeah. There you go.
I'm actually interested. People, I tell you what, I'm super skeptical on a lot of things, and people talk a lot of stories, and I hear a lot of things, and I'm like, my eyes glaze over a lot of times. This place actually sounds interesting, and as you're talking about it, I'm like, okay, this sounds like up my alley. I think I dig on that a lot. So yeah, I'm looking forward to checking you guys out.
Awesome. I know you guys have to go. One history fact. I'm not really a history person, but the architect, his name is W. Angelo Powell. He also helped design the Washington Monument. So people like history. I mean, not everyone's into ghost hunting, and I get that. So, they're history. What I mean, there's
history
a lot of
buffs.
Yeah. And if they're not into ghost hunting, then then I don't know.
I mean, you still have one of the original doors, right?
Everything I believe is original.
So
that basement door, I think you were saying was one.
Oh, that basement door. Yes, it's so fun. I closed it and then took a picture, and people are like, "Where's that at?" I'm like, you've been there 20 times. It just looks different with it closed.
It's always been open. Isn't it into that darkest room?
Yes, it's the one that leads into it's the room before.
Oh, that smaller room. Okay.
Yeah.
I want the cage hanging in it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, that's creepy too.
Yes.
Yeah. No, Adrian, you're gonna hate it.
I'm gonna hate it. I'm sitting here checking it out.
I'm kidding.
Is like September or like fall or spring, just because no AC units, no heat, and it's because obviously those get kind of noisy, but I don't want to deter anyone from booking in the summer because I still have a mortgage. I'm just kidding.
Mortgage is like the best time.
I see here you're looking for somebody to mow your lawn too.
I finally found somebody.
Okay.
Thank you. Are you offering?
No. I'm kind of a distance.
Did you
I'm just showing that door real quick.
Did you fix the pony out front?
He's broken and he's gone. I can't find another one either.
Oh,
the
no.
Bony pony. The bony pony is no longer out front.
Oh,
Karen actually just mentioned that the other day.
Yeah.
He broke in half, like in half.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
And Home Depot doesn't sell that anymore. So
no, wow.
I need to find someone who has one. Who will charge an arm and a leg.
I'll check with Ace. See what they've got.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, Stephanie, stick around. Don't go anywhere. Okay. But we're gonna call it a night. Thank you guys for watching.
Hey, thanks everybody for coming.
Thanks everybody. Hey, Adrian, you want to say what's going on next week or no?
Well, I'll tell you, at strike two, because I'm gonna talk about a local shop here in town. They said they can't get it all together because they have a whole going on. So I was going to start my Arkansas Paranormal Expo interviews, and so I sent a message to Rhonda to see if she's willing to come on a week earlier, but apparently she took a tumble and she looked like she went through a boxing route. She got a nice shiner underneath her eye.
Oh, bless her heart.
She don't know. Yeah, so she don't know if she's going to be looking as beautiful as she normally looks. I said she still looks beautiful. I thought she should do it, but maybe she'll be able to, but I doubt it. So I'm going to have to find somebody, but I got several people in the lineup, but I don't know who yet. But somebody. It'll probably be expo related.
Awesome.
There's some kind of a Viking festival in Festus, Missouri. Yeah. That's about 30 or 40 miles south of me here in St. Louis. And I think it starts at noon on Saturday. I believe the entrance is free. But I'm thinking about going if I can make it, but we've got freeze warnings for that morning.
Oh, good grief.
I'm like,
these are all about the cold. They could deal with that.
I mean, we had tornadoes over the weekend here in town.
Freeze warning?
Yeah.
Now we got freeze warnings for this Saturday. It's like, what?
Wow.
Mother Nature is pissed off about something. I don't know what it is. She's really angry this year. But yeah, I'm thinking about going to that this weekend. So it could be a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Pam, you got anything?
You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted, Pam. Pam, you're muted. Your mic. There you go.
I don't know why that was muted. It was just a few minutes ago, was it?
The ghost is moving through.
Yeah, I didn't touch anything. How strange. Anyway, I have Mark and Phil on the calendar to talk with when it comes around Kansas time again. They're with the What If Tomorrow podcast.
Sweet.
And get them. They do a lot of fringe stuff with us. So might end up, I'll have to make sure. I know Phil's coaching his kids right now, so it may end up just being Mark, but we'll get at least one of them here.
Awesome. And for O, it's always going to be a surprise. So stay tuned.
It's always an O.
Oh, we're doing that.
All right, I gotta get my M in here.
Yeah, your M and then K. All right.
Here we go. Here.
Oh yeah, we're out of here. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks, Steph. Stick around, please.